I have this fun. Could have been harmonic. You know what could be fun though? I have been very tempted, and probably will at some point. Oh, so, what up people? 5 more minutes.
I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands away me, John.
There's something waiting for me beyond the horizon.
My love, she came dressed all in white. Lowlands away.
Borders between lands have weakened.
You search for treasure. I search for new lands.
The treasure of the heart is a priceless voyage. Don't get lost at sea.
Whoever discovers that new land controls it.
I have to go. I must.
Decoration as waters.
Yo. We are back again for a third episode of D&D this week. This is amazing. I'm having a damn good time with it. And I'm tired of shit, but we're going to have a good time with Dark Waters. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new mini-series. This is going to be a 4-part mini-series known as Dark Waters. I got a lot of information to put out to you right at the beginning. But before we do that, please say hi, players.
Hi, players.
We're excited. We've got some new faces, some returning faces. Stella Gary, and thank you for subscribing. Folks, I need you to remind me of that at a certain point in this episode. Any subscriptions that you throw at me from a certain point forward will definitely be usable. As usual, we've got the D20 roll for trauma. You can see the top right hand. Yep, top right hand of the screen. You'll be able to throw the chaos out there. We also put the leaderboards up. Just because it's a mini-series, so less information needs to be everywhere. In addition to the purpose of this campaign, it will also be used for us to play test some other things. So if you're seeing things that look a little bit different, or the flow feels a little bit strange, I promise, same great energy. Just testing things to up that value production for y'all. So be on the lookout for that.
My darling.
We're in the wrong spots.
You're in the wrong spots? Who's in the wrong spot? Oh, how did you two switch? That's crazy.
I don't know.
It's all good. Look at this. Watch the movie magic. I just gotta.
We gotta do jazz hands.
Wow,
We'll do
my
jazz hands, I'm
name.
not that fast.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't want to be a ginger.
Damn,
My heart. Damn, shots fired over there.
All right, this is gonna take a second. How did that even happen? I swear I checked it. It's all good. These things happen. You know, it's just a part of making things great for people. Okay, where's the other one? This one here goes down here. And of course, it doesn't want to line up nice either. So we're just going to leave it there for a second. Drag it down here. Edit it. I love on-the-fly editing. Not to this extent. This is the not fun on-the-fly editing. And then actually put your picture in the border. If you watch carefully, folks, you can see it moving in minor increments. There we go. Everyone's in the right place now. My apologies. Since we're all in the right place, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting from the left and working your way to the right as far as the stream is concerned.
I'm Scarecrow, and I'm playing Captain Sean Shackles.
I am Jilly, and I am playing Ella Stubbs.
I'm Allie, and I'm playing Zavia Wicks.
Hi, I am Violet, and I am playing Venera Vice.
You guys already know me. I'm Eddie. I will be the Dungeon Master for this mini-series. So, for those of you who have heard it or don't know, this is a mini-series that's going to bridge. It's kind of a prologue 250 years after the end of Nevaeh Paradise Lost, which was season 2 of Nevaeh. If you want to watch those, check them out on YouTube. They're in full playlist at the Roll for Trauma channel. All the info, all the lore, and the entire series. I highly suggest checking it as a podcast so you can just listen to it while you're about your days. Because it's pretty awesome, and it's pretty important because this is essentially a 2.5. If you want to know what that means, you want to know further details, you're just going to have to stick around and see what I put in for the trailer during intermission that I'm hella excited to see on stream as well. With that being said, I think we're just about ready. How's everyone feeling?
Nervous as fuck. My hands are sweating.
I'm ready.
My bad. Look at that. Stream's freaking out again.
Oh no.
It's all good. You know, it's the beauty of technical difficulties. Boom. Problem solved. Had to make sure it had all the information exactly where it needed to be. I think we're good to go. So without further ado, let us begin. "250 years after the final events of Nevaeh Paradise Lost, the world has changed drastically and dramatically. And while some would say it's for the better, things have been evolving in a way that's a bit more on the unpredictable side. Land masses have reshaped, as it is with times, but at a much more exaggerated effect. Philosophers, astronomers, kings, and queens have looked into these phenomenons, hoping to come up with a solution together, but no such luck. Many people have departed the continent of Ortalis, as the waters for the first time in millennia are actually safe to travel. There's no telling what's out there, but someone knows. One way or the other, the new road awaits, and it's up to these four to find it. We find all four of these perilous pirates at a tavern, drinking. Captain Sean Shackles is distinctly aware that there is a mission they may be sent out on. This is uncharacteristic for their crew. They're not bad pirates, but not law-abiding pirates either. And to be requisitioned by a member of society is a bit strange, but it was a calling that he knew he couldn't ignore when the scroll was delivered with a king's seal of approval. The meeting point for their concierge was this tavern. And until said person appeared, what better to do than drink all the rum? As the four of them sit upon a table, a new round of drinks is brought out. They're retelling stories from their past.
Venera is, I want to say, about 2 glasses deep at this point, as she thoroughly enjoys the drinks. Well, while we wait, Captain,
Yes.
how did you come into possession of our magnificent ship anyhow? He just kind of like stirs her drink with her finger and chugs the entire thing.
I actually won it in a game of dice. About 8 years ago.
Game of dice. What were the stakes?
Well, the guy bet a ship, and in return, I bet 10 years on said ship.
Quite the bargain.
I've gotten better.
Unfortunately, you let me use my own dice.
That was his first mistake.
Poor Sab. Well, poor now.
What's the best thing you've ever won in a game of dice, Ella?
I got my parrot shark bait from a game of dice. It's a really handy little bird.
That little bastard.
Such a little asshole, but I love him. What about you?
Me?
Yes. No, the other one.
Me?
No, the other one.
There's only 4 of us, Ella.
I was just being facetious. You know what I won. My life. Locked in a jail cell. Thousands of miles away from here. I bet the guards I could roll 777s. And if I did, they'd let me out. If I didn't, they'd kill me then and there.
Did they let you use your own dice?
I don't carry a dice. I just have luck. She orders another drink.
Bartender nods, seeing the order, and starts cleaning another glass, or another, like, mug? What are they called when they're glass but they're shaped like mugs?
Pint?
There we go,
Pint
pint.
glass?
One of those. Well, the pint glass.
Yeah.
Well then, shall we play?
Play dice or a drinking game?
Let's do
Why
a
not
bit of
both?
both.
Oh,
The way you guys think.
But Xavier removes a bag of dice from her pocket and lays them on the table.
Now, hang on. How do we know they're not loaded?
I mean, you can test them against captains.
Can I take one of her
I can
dice?
assure you guys, these are not the ones that I want to chip with.
Alright then. 1d6. Highest roller pays for the next round.
Absolutely.
Lowest roller has to ask the parrot a math question.
You're odd.
You're on.
Oh, I just dropped my dice and lost it to the void.
Well, that's a low roll, ain't it?
Yeah, same.
I got a 4.
I got a 1.
Ah!
Ooh. Oh, thank lords.
2.
Alright. Captain against Xavier.
Well, no, we have a low and a high, don't we?
No, but there always has to be a tiebreaker.
Ah, alright. Oh, look, a 5.
Imagine.
And a 3. Congratulations.
As if I value my gold anyway.
Alright. So you pay for the next round. Ella has to ask her bird a math question.
We'll never hear the end of it.
Shark bait. What's 2 times 2?
Sharpay looks at you with just disapproval.
I asked you a question, you silly bird.
Rat, you're a silly bird. Rat.
God damn it. Fucking hate him.
Captain, do we know what this scout
Smartest
looks
thing.
like?
The barkeep comes over with just the glass that Venera ordered and looks for the rest. And will that be all? You guys need any more drinks? And you can tell that he's squeamish in that sense that like pirates don't come to this port. The kingdom itself is rather huge. And while you might happen to be on the port town, you can see the towering castle and its courtyards easily within the horizon.
Barkeep, I would also like some nuts for my bird.
Oh, of course, yeah, you can do that.
I toss the barkeep a piece of gold and request another round.
That's
For everyone.
He nods and he kind of scurries off. As he's scurrying off, a man shows up, and he's got like pale blonde hair. He looks a little bit older. You can tell that he's never seen a day of hard labor in his life. He's wearing reading glasses, and immediately he kind of notes Captain Sean Seckles, and he takes out like an old scribed drawing to confirm, and then he kind of rolls it up and puts it away. He walks over to your table. Good evening, everyone.
Venera immediately stands up with her hand on her bow.
No. Let the gentleman sit. He showed us manners. We could afford him the same for now.
Thank
Can I
you.
help you?
I may accompany you. I believe you receive via pigeon a... Oh, Elliot, you have a question?
When this guy sits down, can I roll for trying to pickpocket him
Yeah.
and see the paper?
Yeah, so you want to roll sleight of hand.
Thank you.
Which dice would that be?
D20.
20. Big one.
D20.
Xavier downs the rest of her drink.
Venera is not sitting. She remains standing with her arms folded.
It is a 14. That's with the modifiers.
Yep, you definitely pickpocket him. In addition to that, you also get a coin with the king's face on it. And that's it.
Nice.
He goes, well, if I may be so bold, I believe you are Captain John Shekels, and this is your most immediate crew, as the letter directed, yes?
That depends.
Well, you should have received by pigeon a sealed letter involving a unique mission of sorts that we'd like you to go on.
As I look at the pickpocketing finish taking place, I said, oh, yes, that letter.
Yes. He's kind of looking around like, what just happened? But he carries on. I appreciate the brevity and sensitivity that you've brought to this matter. But I am here to personally escort you via carriage to the castle. You have an audience with the king.
Just myself, or with these three as well?
All of you are welcome to join. We did say no more than 5. And if the bird counts, then we are all set.
The bird counts.
Somebody counts.
You're lucky I value comedy just as much as swordsmanship. Let's go.
He nods and he goes, adjust. Go ahead, Allie.
I walk up to the barkeep and grab the round of drinks that we already paid for and bring them back to the table. We have something to finish here first.
Yes.
By all means, take your time.
Captain, a meeting with the king.
What did the king want with a group like us?
Either to make us filthy rich, or we have a meeting with a gallows. Either way, it's what we're going to end up doing.
Either way,
pirates, so that's what we do.
I
What's
agree.
up?
Drink first.
The
Cheers to
custodian
that.
kind of looks to you and he goes, if I may, I can't get into express detail, especially amidst a rougher crowd as one might find in a tavern. But what I can tell you is this is not something the military would be advised to travel upon. You all have a reputation for doing the morally just thing, despite the immorally just route. I'm afraid that your mannerisms may be necessary to complete this. Can't go into more explicit detail. It's against my charge. I apologize.
And
Go ahead.
Venera kind of like scoffs under her breath. And what would the king know of morality?
Well, on the shores here of Ondaria, we have found peace with other nations. Despite the troubles that the world has, war has ceased. And yes, our king may be, let's call him grumpy.
Yeah,
But
that's what we'll call him.
aside from protecting our borders and waters, there have been no wars. Those who wish to do wrong should be punished. And I am not judge, jury, nor executioner to determine whether your actions are wrong or not.
Well.
In other words, please, don't stab the messenger. If you're all ready, I will tend to the carriage and meet you outside.
You know,
Okay.
in a tavern surrounded by pirates, you might want to choose your words a little wiser. Don't give anybody any ideas, but
He chuckles. With the utmost respect, Captain. My captains are waiting outside, and He checks like a little pocket
Oh, no.
watch and he goes, and time is ticking before they come in. So I'd rather meet them and not start a tavern brawl.
Could be fun.
So scary.
He kind of gives like a look, like he's smiling still, but he kind of like readjusts himself like, yeah, these people, that would not be fun.
Venera is going to grab her drink and down it. She like wipes her nose. All right, I'm in. But if I end up in jail again, my arrows are going straight up his ass.
I'll help you. Don't worry.
Ella is just gonna grab a glass and start walking towards the door to get in the carriage.
Perfect.
Don't worry. I'll use it as a coat hanger when you're done. Let's go.
The custodian gets up on the front of the carriage and grabs the reins of the horse and kind of motions to the door. He goes, at your leisure.
Well, they don't open doors for people like us.
You're a pirate. I think you'll do. Captain. And she motions to the carriage.
After you three.
Water check, please.
I would like to roll a investigate or an insight check to make sure we aren't being watched as we get into the carriage.
No problem. I can tell you with your passive investigation, you're not being watched. But if you want to find anything else in particular, you're welcome to roll.
Is the dude gonna be inside the carriage with us?
No. So there's no one else inside the carriage. Now that you guys have walked out, the rest of the guards have dispersed. There are some that look like they're posting along your route, which is up a not necessarily paved, but definitely a dugout. It's a much cleaner road with flattened cobblestone type pattern. But they might be, holding their post for the carriage to kind of just move safely. And then he'll be outside, kind of just controlling the horses.
I'm gonna get in the carriage and look at the paper that I stole from him.
The picture is a crude drawing of Captain Shackles, where they messed up his beard and exaggerated his pointy ears. And it says, wanted dead or alive, and it has a bounty of 5,000 gold.
Interesting. I'm gonna keep that knowledge to myself.
Zavia jumps in the carriage.
And Venera follows behind. She's going to... How tall is the carriage? Can she still stand up?
How tall is she? She's a medium-sized creature, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What's her race?
Can't quite. She's human.
Yes, she's a medium-sized creature. If she were standing up, she'd be like doing one of those low roof ducking things.
Okay, she's gonna do that.
And she's gonna ride the whole way standing?
Yep.
Copy that. The custodian knocks on the back of the wood, and he goes, "We all set back there then?"
Yeah.
Yep, good to go.
All right, to the castle. Yeah, and
Off
you
we
can
go.
hear the gallops of the horse as the carriage starts moving. This is your last time to have a conversation amongst yourselves before reaching the castle.
Is anybody sitting next to me?
Yes, I'm sitting next to you.
I'm gonna whisper to you, look at her just standing like a weirdo.
Do I hear this?
You can roll perception.
Yeah.
You can roll against it
Did-
if you don't want her to hear you.
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
So just roll a
Which-
d20 as your
same one?
perception.
I rolled a 1.
Would any of us have noticed the pickpocketing earlier?
I know Captain
Captain
did
did.
because he made note of it. But I would say this is not a person that would have been acutely aware of even being pickpocketed. Like, he doesn't hang around with the crowd that would. So Ella didn't have to be really stealthy about it. Like, you did. You rolled well, but like, as for, when you do those things that only your friends notice. Yeah, that's kind of how I would have played out. With your one, like, you whisper it, and it's just not quiet enough. Because, like, you didn't get the roll on the whisper, but immediately after, you just lock eyes with Venera.
Venera is just gonna glare her down.
I'm just gonna give her like a little wave.
So what'd you find, Ella?
Didn't I tell you?
Tell me what was on the paper you found? I saw
Correct.
it in its pocket. What is it?
Didn't I tell you?
No!
Then it must be none of your business.
Came out of the Kingsman's pocket.
And now it is in mine.
Good to know.
If you ladies are done bickering, might I suggest us planning in case things go, not our way once we get to the castle?
Aye, aye, Captain.
The carriage comes to its first stop, which is the outer gate of the castle. But you can hear the custodian talking to one of the guards and showing some papers or something like that. And then it's led into the courtyard. There isn't glass, but there are open panes where you can see out. And it's very beautiful and way too pristine for y'all's taste. There are people painting, someone's doing dance practice, there's minor sword fighting, but it's all very Florentine and flourished, and looks more like it's dance fighting than anything. The carriage continues onwards towards the castle itself.
What's the plan, Captain?
What's up?
What's the plan, Captain?
Well, things go south. I say we meet at the dock and find the nearest boat. At that point, we could get to safety, but until then, it's... Unless we really plan on sticking together, we really don't have a shot. We're
So we
going to a
stick
castle.
We stick to the code then, Captain.
Aye.
Whoever falls behind is left behind.
Aye. Anyone disagree?
I'm just gonna be feeding shark bait a nut. Not listening to you guys talk at all. Ella doesn't care.
Damn, Ella. That bird likes nuts almost as much as you do. That's crazy.
You're
Ella
so
likes
funny, Captain.
Venera breaks her cold dead stare that she's been making dead eye contact with Ella the whole time. She breaks and just starts chuckling.
There, now no one's in a bad mood. Let's just enjoy our ride because, again, we may hang, but here we are.
Did you see that sword fighting, though?
When? There was no sword fighting.
Sorry, dancing with pointy sticks.
Yeah, I have a feeling we aren't in any danger here. But let's be on our guards nonetheless.
The
I'm
carriage.
gonna mumble.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna mumble under my breath. Yeah, we aren't.
The carriage comes to a slow stop. And the custodian gets off. You can feel the weight shift on the carriage itself. There's a little latch click, and the back door opens for you all to exit. Immediately upon doing so, you would see a line of knights to the left and to the right, each of them wearing banners that are like funeral rites. And leads up to a staircase, and then there's the castle. The castle itself is a white quartz marble cutout with gold filament all throughout it. Like they took the rarest of the ores they could and spared no expense at shaving away as minimal as possible. Its design is something majestic.
So nice for us to be here.
As Zavia steps out of the carriage, mud falls off her boots onto like the pristine ground.
The custodian looks to you all and goes, "We have arrived. Please allow me to escort you up the stairs and into the main hall. From there, you will have your audience with the king." Are there any questions before we enter? Your mannerisms and kind of looks you all up and down. Decor are quite suitable given the circumstances.
Venera is going to ask if our weapons are allowed in.
We have no concern. I trust you know amidst the castle there are all manner of knights. Should anything go awry, we'll be quick to silence it.
So, you insinuating there's something wrong with our clothes, sir?
Most who would have an audience with the king would dress more favorably. However, due to
Fine,
the
then give me yours.
Ella's gonna
Okay, I
side
can do
eye
that, sir.
both of them.
He kinda looks at you, I'm afraid I can't do that, sir. And he's like, he's blushing,
You
but not
could.
that flustered by you. More so, just like, bro, I'm outside. There's people around. Like, don't make me do this.
Well, you can have mine. Obviously, mine's not good enough, and you brought me here. Ill prepared, I might add. This is on you.
Given the little amount of time that we have, it's more imperative that we head inside than worry about our fashion.
Well, then let this be a lesson on mannerisms to you too, sir. After you.
Says the,
I apologize
says the
for
man
this
talking
second.
about fashion. Our fashion. Now it's not acceptable.
It was wrong of me to do so. I apologize for the misstep. Please.
No need. After you, sir.
He kind of hurries. His pace is a little bit faster as he just starts walking up the stairs. You see him knock on the door, and then the doors open. And they're grand castle doors, but they only open enough for one person to pass in at a time. They don't close, though.
Are we like in a single file line, or are we going as a group?
You are currently outside of the carriage as a group.
As a group.
The
Okay.
staircase kind of bottlenecks to the door.
I'm gonna start walking to the door. With my pint in hand, sipping on it.
Still got your pint.
Oh,
Long to a drive.
Save it for later.
I'll go up after you then. Yeah, let's go.
Venera motions. I'll take
I
the rear.
follow. Zavia follows. There's still mud falling off of her boots, marring these steps.
And Venera is coming in behind everyone with a hand on her short sword.
Perfect. As you all walk inside, that radiance of gold and white continues to illuminate, almost with its own glow, the entirety of the castle. It feels like walking into what some would imagine heaven. Doesn't like literally feel like that, but aesthetically it feels like that. There's no ethereal energy or anything crazy like that happening. Immediately, the custodian bows as the king descends a set of steps and looks to you all.
I'm gonna hawk a loogie.
Beautiful.
As you hawk the loogie, a maid from around insert random pillar comes over and just cleans it up. The king looks at you and he kind of grimaces like, You would be unwise if you decided to do that again.
It's unwise to invite pirates into a nice castle.
No, it is wise to invite pirates you're going to pay handsomely into a nice castle.
I'm intrigued.
Let's see if you're those pirates then. I'm guessing you're Captain Sean Shackles.
Absolutely. Your Highness.
And the other three? Names and positions.
This is
I'm
names
Ella.
and positions.
I am the gunner.
You need our positions too.
Go on.
I'm Zavia, the helmsman.
And I am Venera, the quartermaster.
Very well. Well, Captain, despite the ruffian look and whatever nonsense you four are up to, seems like y'all have a good group here. Do I call you group, crew?
A crew,
Plan.
if you would.
Crew. Alright. Listen. And he starts walking away. Just, kingly, doesn't really give a shit. Follow or don't. He's a king. But he's still talking. He's like, listen. He kind of just starts walking away. What I have to tell you is of the gravest importance. There are things the world is not aware of. And he's heading to the right towards a side door. But he hasn't reached it yet. You're still in this main entrance hall. There are things the world has not been privy to. And in the wake of it, bad things have happened. These are not things we can set right anymore. But amidst destruction, we have found what we consider the source. And I'd like the four of you to escort it elsewhere.
I'm gonna correct him and point to my bird and be like, there's 5 of us?
Right? She can't count. He looks back and goes, yes, 5. I don't believe I'm going to pay the bird in gold, though. So, as far as my pocket is concerned, there's 4 of you. I'd like to invite you into this room and we can have a better talk about it.
I'm gonna walk towards him.
So he wants us to walk into the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to roll a persuasion. And my response is, well, Your Majesty, you said so yourself, time is of the essence. Why waste time? Why not just have the conversation?
Because I'm not the one who has the answers to your questions. And what I can tell you is limited. Who
Fair
you
enough.
will meet has the information. Call me the funder of your expedition, if you will. To be honest, I don't think you'll survive, and the world's better off for 4 less pirates, or however many's a part of your crew. But, petty squabbles aside, this is something that needs to be done.
If what you say is true, then I guess we really don't have much of a choice. Age before beauty.
He smirks. Wouldn't you believe it? He walks into the room. As the door opens, you all feel a magical energy you've never felt before. It flows over you, even though you can't see it or it's not tangible in any capacity, but it washes over you like a heat wave. And at the same time, it's not threatening. It's very peaceful.
Venera is very drawn to the room and follows behind.
Yeah, I walk in. Or Zavia walks in.
Ella also walks into the room.
Yeah, I follow them, looking around and just kind of a wondrous daze. Not really paying attention to where I'm going, just blindly following the group.
Although it's an unrecognizable magic signature, would it be one that Zavia knows anything about, like property-wise, as a wizard?
Why don't you give me a knowledge arcana roll?
Okay.
And I'll see how much historical knowledge you remember.
I can read. That's an unnatural 22.
Nice, nicely rolled. You vaguely remember a book you once read that you thought was fiction until now, that specifically talked about celestial energy and its presence across Ortalis. It mentioned and referenced old gods, angels, and demons by name, and how they would affect the natural order of the world. This book mentioned cataclysms and celestial events that at this point, 250 years later, seemed unfathomable, with the land literally having reshaped itself in that time. Because no other books referenced it so strongly, you talked it up until now to be a work of fiction. Now, almost as if the moment that heat wave hit you, your brain recalled the memory of that book and the direct correlation between a passage explaining what that energy felt like, how it was overwhelming and it could feel hard to breathe, like walking in the desert. And though this doesn't feel like that, that kind of clicked in your head. As you all walk into the room, there's another person there. The king motions to him. He is about 4 feet tall and wearing a hood. And he's got a walking stick that you all can immediately tell is holding a blade of some sort at the top, but it's sheathed and it's just there. The king looks to you all and he goes, "This man here will give you the information that you need. We call him the Traveler. Others in the know him as Ren Folkor."
I'm going to wink at this small man.
The king says, "I believe my portion of this aspect of the endeavor is complete. Should you need anything else, let him know." The king starts to leave.
I appreciate you, my liege.
Say again, Jilly?
Is anybody close to me in the room?
Your crew is close. Ren is on the other side of the table. There's a long table. It's probably dinner-sized table, but there's not like a grand buffet table. Just 4 chairs on either side. No chair near the entrance, and then the one chair that he's sitting on. The king departs out of a different door, unless there's anything else I wanted to say to the king. He did hear you, Captain, and he kind of nods at you a little bit. And you can see that it's like a respect of man-to-man respect, and nothing further, because you are a pirate, and pirates often fight with Eredice. So,
Would Zabi have any recognition to the name?
No.
No, fuck the king. It's Ren.
I'm gonna whisper to the ladies close to me and be like, he's kind of cute. A little short for me, but
Ren goes, I
cute
can hear you.
nonetheless.
Don't call me short. He looks and he goes, so this is what they came up with. Okay, we've got something to work with. Hi, I'm Ren. Been around the world a couple hundred times. Some great, some not so great. That's enough for introductions. I've read the dossiers that the kingdom has on the four of you, and now you're here. So, obviously you're not going to sign yourselves up for something you don't understand. Have a seat. Let's talk.
I will take a seat.
Ella's gonna pace around the room, looking at things, seeing if she can steal anything.
There's nothing that can be stolen of any value, but there's random trinkets and stuff like that. But this seems much more like where the staff would eat. As you get closer and circling around Ren, you can feel that energy is radiating from him.
Interesting.
Zavia.
Go ahead.
Zavia approaches with the intention to sit at a chair adjacent to Ren, and as she kind of feels the energy, she takes a seat away.
B-Town, thank you for following. Welcome. He looks at you kind of knowingly and gives like a half smile.
The captain sitting?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he said he's taking a seat.
Okay. Venera is going to stand with her arms crossed about 3 feet behind the captain.
All right. Let's not dilly-dally. And I know I like to ramble, so I don't need you all to ramble. Can we agree on that?
I suppose.
Fair enough.
We can try.
All right, let's start things off real simple. I'm about 600 years old. Let's just
Ella's
get
gonna
that
look
right.
him up and down.
He goes, cool. Now that we've ripped that band-aid off, an entity that held the fabric of reality together died. She was one of my closest friends. Her passing has disrupted balance. I don't really know all of it, and I wish she were here to give us the answers, but she's not. What we know is not only is her body a national treasure and one riddled with secrets that we can't possibly fathom, it's also erupting with an energy that is destroying this world. Ortalis isn't safe so long as she's here.
What's her name?
Her name was Halo.
So let me get this straight. You want us to put a cursed body on my ship and sail it across this cursed ocean?
Yes,
To where?
the New World.
Venera is going to kind of like lean on, like rock on her heels and stretch. Well, I'm in.
How do we know there's a new world and you're not tricking us?
That's fair. I mean, obviously the green ones always say the smartest things, so let's just go with that. First off, why would I lie? Second of all, and most importantly, I'm 600 years old and I've been all around. There are places unimaginable. You're all pirates. You've been doing the pirate thing for a while, but you're all young. About 250 years ago, the ocean wasn't safe to travel. Pirates didn't exist. I mean, people still pirated things amongst large lakes and rivers and amidst the borders of different continents, but now you can travel legions away. No one really knows why. And to be honest, it's not all that important. I have the coordinates for where she'll be safe.
And this is that source the king was talking about?
Halo was composed of powers beyond our understanding. Now
How
that
did she
power
die?
is being released. Believe it or not, time. You would think the being that holds fabric of reality together understood time, right? But I don't think she wanted to ever really. And she stayed for as long as she could. She kept me alive. I should have been dead ages ago. Friends, family, watched them go. Another green one. Yeah, there's more of you out there, I know. They all had their time. And I promised her I would stay forever. So I stayed with her until the end. I'm not gonna live much longer without her magic. That's okay. I've seen enough. I've written enough. But if I can give her a proper send-off, safe, not to be tortured with and experimented by those that want what they cannot understand, then I will. And if that also means saving Ortalis, I guess that's important too. Like, my husband is buried here.
But if you've been all over the world, why didn't you take her body to this supposed safe spot?
Our energy is very intertwined. When she extended my life, all of our lives, we've given off a very celestial energy that tends to attract the not fun people. That's why they call me the Traveler. I don't stay in one place for too long. It's safer that way. She didn't either. We knew when and where to meet up, which made those reunions really fun. You know, as time went by and Amaris, Demas, the children, as people grew, they gave that power back. They let their lives pass on. I can't take her somewhere because next to her we are magnets. But in my travels, especially to this new world, I discovered an ore that can contain that power. And we fashioned a coffin for her. So long as you don't open said coffin, I know you're pirates and I know you're greedy, but as long as you don't open said coffin, I'm sure everything on your ship will be fine. You might have some minor leaks, so if any of you start growing a feathery beard, be careful. But outside of that, shouldn't be cataclysmic. It's not enough to contain what's happening to Ortalis. Ortalis was reshaped because of her. We're not long for this world regardless. Take whatever gold you want, but one way or the other, I'm gone, we're all gone. That's why there's no more war here. Everyone's made peace that this is the end. But there is a new world out there. So, take it or leave it. Also, if you leave it, I may have to wipe your memories. I won't kill you, it's kind of a waste of my time and my outfit is fresh, but I will definitely have to wipe your memories.
Again, gonna look him up and down and be like, yeah, fresh.
He goes, your shirt is torn into multiple pieces.
It's because I work for a living.
He looks at the captain.
So,
What was that?
Well, Mr. Rin, was it?
Yeah, that works.
Your story's quite compelling. You definitely piqued my interest, and it looks as though my cruise as well. But you said something about gold.
Name your price.
Can we like group huddle? Can
If
we
you need
like
a moment,
group
I can just leave the room. He kind of
A
sighs.
weight equivalent.
Go ahead.
A weight equivalent to sink 3 of our ships.
A weight equivalent to sink 3 of your ships. I'll tell you what. The voyage to this new world isn't that long. I can't quite explain purely because I don't understand, and I understand so much, so like what the hell? I can't quite explain why. On maps we know it's not close, but it's almost like it's calling to us. So hopefully that is the savior. Regardless, I can get there with gold if that's what you want. If you want a ship's worth of gold, I'm sure I can figure that out. Been around enough.
I'll just look around to the crew, into the parrot.
The parrot goes, "Rah, get the gold."
I say we go.
Does the staff sword he's holding give off energy as well?
Only where he's holding it, and that energy is kind of going out from his hand.
Xavia's kind of just staring at that and not focused on the payment portion of this.
I'll let you guys think about it and mull it over. Oh, out of character. I'm out of character. Because we have an ad break, so please enjoy the ad. It's not an intermission, just an ad break. We're gonna, everyone take a deep breath. I'm gonna switch to a different screen. I don't really think I have a screen for this, so we're just gonna hang out right here for a moment. Go ahead and stretch. Use the restroom if you have to.
Can I
Oh, it looks
beat
like
you
the ad break
up? Oh my
skipped itself.
gosh.
I'm confused.
That was so mean!
Oh, I'm hurting.
literally almost cried.
I'm hurting.
I warned you.
I'm not gonna
warned you.
cry on stream yet. It's episode 1. I'm not crying on stream
warned
yet.
you.
No, but literally.
But literally, I'm
Hold
gonna
out.
cry in the first 20 minutes, mister.
My Ren.
So
He's so
overpowered.
Violet, I really appreciate you taking a defensive stance around me, because I can talk a lot, but my character cannot fight.
I know. Well, Quartermaster is very much. You'll see. She's great. She's great.
That's awesome. But I'm letting you know that I can talk a lot and I can do things with my voice, but I cannot fight.
It looks like the ad is
Thank
over.
you.
So
Cool.
I don't know if it even ran. To be honest, I'm like watching multiple screens and like didn't see it pop up, but it said it was. No matter.
It popped up on my screen.
Oh, it
so.
did? Is it over on your screen?
It's over.
Okay, cool. All right. So Ren goes, all right. Now you have some time to think about it.
Deal.
All right. Let me lay it out for you. We've recruited multiple pirate ships. They're all racing to put their flag down on the New World. It's already inhabited. It's kind of wasted their time, but they don't know that they haven't been. Anyways, this is to act as a deterrent from more dangerous things that may appear on your way there, i.e., they're the bait for y'all to survive the trip. Again, even dead, her body is a beacon. So while you may not have a cataclysmic event, there will be others drawn to it. This may be the other ships that we recruited. You know, in hindsight, the king kind of is overjealous with the gold. You've seen the castle. But with any luck, things will work out and you'll get there safely.
Is there a way for us to identify the other pirate ships that the king has hired?
No. Outside of pirate ships, no. There's a anonymity that was necessary. They didn't get the information you guys got. You're the only crew out of all that we looked at. Yes, we have dossiers on all the pirates. Just because we can't catch you doesn't mean we don't know you. We looked at all that we could and determined that while we don't necessarily agree with the way you do things, I mean, I could give two shits personally. Like, if you want to stab someone, stab someone. Just look good while you're doing it, Ella. Anyways.
Blow him a kiss.
So they are under the assumption that the king wants to inhabit this new land and be the first to rule it. And if they get there, they'll be rewarded handsomely. Regardless of who gets there first or doesn't is irrelevant. You should all be going top speed. They may be a threat in that capacity, but beyond that, nothing you can't handle.
Well, if no one has any further questions, I'm in. Xavier, do you have a question?
He said it was sealed with a special ore, but that people might still
He
be
did say
attracted
that.
to it. And she looks to Ren.
Yes. Let me explain differently. Without the seal, without the coffin that we've crafted, the energy her body continues to manifest, seeps into the very ground and all around. It's
like yours.
Yes, but destructive. Mine is contained, almost tethered to my soul. But her soul has moved on, and all that is left is the abundance of energy that the body she is carried. It's dispersing. With the coffin, we've managed the leak. It's temporary, but it works. So we went from Raging River to a couple of drops here and there. Regardless, the energy signature still exists. In fact, now that you've experienced my own, you may find it in others.
I read of it once. I didn't think it was real.
Funny how resetting the world doesn't actually get rid of all the history.
Most. There's only one book.
Well, personally, I'm not interested in history.
First thing I can agree with her on.
Yeah. I'm in.
Is it settled then?
Captain?
Looks like you have a deal, Mr. Folkmore.
Very well. The coffin will be placed on your ship at some point later today. Feel free to get your belongings together if you stay at a tavern or an inn. Collect as is necessary. By the time you make it to your ship, you will be ready to depart. As a token of my appreciation, I'm going to accommodate you, and he gives you each bags of gold with 250 gold coin. The total sum of 1,000. I know it's not a ship or 3, but it should suffice as far as your travels are concerned. And should you hit any ports, be safe, be smart, have fun, be pirates, I don't know. Do what it is that you do. I've met enough of you. If there are no more further questions for me, I'll go see to the funeral rites.
I was just gonna sip from her pint again.
I'm just gonna weigh the coin purse. No, I think we're good here.
To the new world.
To the new world.
To the new world.
He
Better
smiles.
finish that pint, Ella.
He smiles and nods, and and then disappears. Just kind of fades away. We're going to switch to intermission. So this is an actual break. Feel free to stretch, use the restroom, get some popcorn, all that jazz. Before we switch directly over to intermission, oh, water check.
Motherfucker.
For those of you who are here, if you haven't caught on yet that this is directly tied to an event, I hope you know now. But we have a sneak peek trailer for you that's only playing for 3 out of 4 of these episodes for reasons.
Ooh.
So you'll just have to see what I have in store for you on episode 4. So please enjoy this teaser for an upcoming D&D campaign, and then we'll hop in intermission. "500 years ago, the world as we know it was reset. In the final moments against that fallen celestial, the world split in two. Now, in order to restore peace, we must restore our reality. But something darker than ever before is coming.
The future isn't written.
Everything they did to save the world, it's all falling apart.
If Halo was our light, then what became our darkness?
Cracks are forming.
What is the apotheosis?
We can't let her win.
There's another reality beside ours. One where they lost.
It's up to us to stop it.
Gentlemen, can you hear me? It's time for therapy. It's time for therapy.
The ring roll for trauma wasn't a blaring fucking sign.
Eddie, no! Eddie, stop!
That would be a critical failure.
What's going on, kiddos?
Hey, yo!
That is actually the technical term. You rolled a stab a bit.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Fuck me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broken intermission screen. It's okay. I'm going to fix it. Eventually, let me just put that there and put this here. And we'll do that first. Okay, now we're all just here. So that's good. Progress in the right direction. And then I've got some numbers somewhere around here. Yeah, I'm checking. We'll talk about it in a second. No, wait. Just wait. Don't be a bully to me yet. Aha. Honestly, I don't even know. I don't even know how. Okay, getting somewhere. Oh, I'm seeing me. How about aha? And hey, that is close enough. We like close enough here. We stand close enough. We can work with close enough. All right, we're gonna hit transform, and we're gonna stretch it to the whole screen. Then we're gonna make it smaller so it fits in the window. You know what? That works there, and then we're just gonna drag it to like here. Boom! Fixed it. Look at that. I know how to do things. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to therapy. Ah, yep, we're here. For the record, I don't know why that little black thing is blinking. If it is bothering you, please feel free to avert your eyes and I'll let you know when we get back. Tried to fix that too and it wasn't working. TLDR, this is not a normal layout that I would use. As you can see, it's a little bit more animated and quote unquote realistic. In exchange for that, it likes to break. So here we are. Um, I can't fix that part. But yeah, welcome. Actually, I can't. I'll work on it before next week. But how's everyone doing? We're gonna call this I don't even know what to call this therapy. We need a name for all of them. Dark Waters with the Dungeon Master. Oh, they're mad. Hold on, I'm gonna unmute them.
Husband. Ouch.
Yeah, I'll just correct.
Ouch. His husband is buried.
Yeah.
Over.
The veil therapy. There we go.
The fact that we have to carry Halo in our boat.
Halo's body in our boat. And the worst part is like, Violet wanted to ask so many questions. Venera doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't know this man. She doesn't know his stories. She doesn't give two shits about him. Violet wants to know everything. I'm so upset right now.
This is why I was very picky with the characters for Dark Waters, because I was like, nah, you know too much. I can't do that. You know, and I had to go bounce back and forth with like who was gonna be in this mini series. But yes, you four are essentially if I can give you a real world reference, when a person in the military dies, they have a military escort that takes them from point of death all the way till they're buried. And that's not like on a minor thing. It's they will sit on the jet with them. They're in charge of that casket. That's y'all. I couldn't quite reveal that, but, you know, I gave you a little hint by throwing the coffin into your chat over in our Discord, but I couldn't tell you that part. You know, I had to keep that a secret.
As soon as I saw the coffin, I thought Hero Flight.
Yeah, it's a full-on Hero Flight.
It's this is harsh. This is hard. My heart.
Yes.
It hurts. I fucking sobbed when Halo died. I was absolutely sobbed.
Yeah, so to give clarity to that, while Halo could have lived forever given the amalgamation of power that she was, it's never something she wanted. You know, and then after everyone else kind of departed, I don't know, I don't want to say that. I'm gonna hurt your feelings more. Alright, fuck it, we're here now.
I can just pull out the Halo voice. Break everyone.
Right. After everyone else departed, Halo, she had the knowledge, she had grown, she has children, and she realized that her continued existence was torturing one of the people she cared about the most. So time wasn't affecting her until she had that realization, and then she let it. And she died so that Ren didn't have to suffer anymore. And like Ren knows that at this point, you know, he's very much older, still rambles, much older, much more mature, but also his age has definitely made him fed up with life. Instead of wanting to destroy it all, he's just fed up with it all. He's like, yep, seen it, you're not surprising me. So emotionally on the inside, you know, it's not something Ren would openly admit, but he understood, you know. On one end, it was her time to go, but on the other end, and probably her most pressing reason, was not letting Ren suffer in existence. You know, immortality is a curse in that regard. He was already, I may have gotten his age wrong, but I'm running with it, so fuck it. But he was already like hundreds of years old before Paradise Lost ended, just off of the way his natural age progression goes, plus 250 more years. So I want to say he was either like 350 or 400, somewhere between 3 and 400, maybe 250, but I don't think he was that young. So I just made him older, give you that old wise Ren, you know, but also still Ren to the best of my ability. I hope I did you justice, Deontay.
Oh my gosh, like your mannerisms, like you even copied his like hand motions and stuff. I'm like, oh.
I've been paying attention with Insurgents to really kind of like learn how he does things and, you know, how he does that. Like he leans in and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Only thing that would have made it better was the accent.
Yeah, couldn't do that part. Not the best with accents. Don't worry, I have a solution for that too, but I don't know if I'm gonna test that this episode. Yeah, 100% he would. But let me see. Check what the chat's saying. Pover died. Yes, Pover died. So she only gave that power of quote unquote eternal life to the people that went on the adventure. And in this regard, it wasn't like at this point, none of them are alive. You know, I'm hoping I've driven that point home. None of them are alive at this point, except for Ren, because each of them reached a point in their life where they were like, okay, immortality's been nice, you know, living forever's been great, but you know, my children are my age now. You know, those moments where it's like, all right, I've seen enough holidays. I've lived a good life, you know. So you wanted to make sure they all had that opportunity.
So sweet.
So, you know, they've all passed in that regard. Whether they're all passed peacefully or not, I'm not saying. I am saying that their immortality faded, and shortly after their deaths arrived.
I just met the Ren folklore.
Yes.
I can't believe we met Ren though.
Cole messaged Deontay about it. Yeah, he's at the fuck it side of immortality. Exactly. Old as fuck. Yeah, Halo's such a sweetie. Yeah, you know, all the good of her just kind of got the chance to be who she wanted to be. You know, it was a big part of Paradise Lost was Halo figuring herself out, and she did, but she still had a role to play. A role to play until the end. A trauma role to play. It was on point. He's going to love it. I hope so. But yeah, I hope that hits. I realized that since I'm doing therapy, I can't make the popcorn. Hey, Violet. You want some popcorn?
Corn pop.
But yeah, that's in a nutshell. So this episode of therapy is brought to you by Ren. Yeah.
Stop it. You stop it right now. Stop it. Ouch. My feelings.
That was fun. That was good.
You hurted my feelings.
Thank you.
Already. We're not even done with episode 1.
No.
Said that shit hurted.
I told you, there's a lot of fun cameos and surprises that I'll get to throw at y'all for this 4-part miniseries. But at the same time, I feel like you 5 as players have a very important job to do for season 3 to happen. Season 3 takes place 250 years after Dark Waters, for those in the audience that might be curious. So
we'd be dead.
Wait,
I'm an elf.
Billy? Protecting Halo's body with her life. Oh no!
Yeah, but what's she hiding in that coffin?
Also, the fact that there's a bounty on our captain's head, I'm like, ooh.
He's a pirate captain. Yes, there's a bounty on his head.
So, for my next level, can I take a level in necromancy?
There is no next level. That's why I had you all start at 10.
Dang it.
Yeah, with the miniseries it's shorter, so there won't be any leveling up. 4 episodes at level 10. I think
I
that
was
would be a
also
great
kidding.
showcase. That would have been awesome, though. It wouldn't have worked, but it would have been awesome.
You see where I was going with that?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh no, I didn't want to reincarnate her. I wanted to make her a lich.
The fuck is that?
Oh my god, what's wrong with you?
A what?
We win.
I
What do
don't
you
wanna
want from me?
No.
Never.
She wins. Everyone else does. Everything else is fucked. She wins, though.
Yeah.
Gotta open
I
this
hate
window.
it.
Oh, man.
Julie, you being a bitch to me was perfect.
Yes.
Y'all's energy
It was
on point.
the perfect opportunity.
That cracked me up so
Yeah,
bad.
didn't I tell you? Oh, that was solid. No, then must have been none of your fucking business.
The energy is so great in this crew. We're all kind of like, yeah, I'm with you, but also go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least Ren gave us separate pouches of gold.
True.
Way better.
I'm a thief.
He knows how pirates
Watch y'all
work.
fucking
He's like,
shit.
nope, here you go. Giving it to you all
my goal.
equally. It's not on me.
This is my
I
crew.
am.
Only I can talk shit to these guys. Like, I think that's how we all feel.
Thank you for not trying to fight Ren. There's no version of that I did.
Mhm.
I sat there and I thought about it, and I thought about it. I'm like he wouldn't even entertain it though. That's the problem. Like characteristically,
Mhm.
he'd be like, I don't care. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to try and pickpocket him,
yeah.
but I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna
I
do
don't
that.
think he would have won that role. He's a rogue too.
Venera,
Like that's how he
Venera would have
started.
been fine, but Violet would have probably disconnected you from the call.
You know, he started off as a rogue. He's definitely multi-classed at this point. That's why I was like, look at the staff, but there's also very much like a small sword at the top still. So yeah, he's
Look at the
strong.
power anchored into the sword.
The what?
The power anchored and coming out of the sword.
That's cool, right?
Oh, so cool. Xavia's just like, what? Ooh.
Can I have it? Oh man,
Okay.
Ren knows what he did in his time. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Sorry, I'm really just stalling because I know one of the players isn't back yet. But
Because you wanted popcorn.
yeah, that too. And I got popcorn. All right, folks. Are we ready to continue?
Oh,
Yes. Ooh, that popcorn looks good.
The popcorn is good. All right, let's switch back over to the live scene. Do you guys have any other business that you want to do in the castle, or do you want to fast forward to moving any point else between the castle and the ship? And more moments like these will exist for Dark Waters on account of Time is of the Essence, 4-part miniseries, all that jazz. So it's up to you. I can accommodate either way.
Venera wants to get out of there and on the water as soon as humanly possible, so she's got no business in that damn town.
Yeah. The ship is over there, right?
Okay, cool. Then we will press some buttons here.
Beep bop boop.
Boop. All right. After gathering your belongings, which consists of whatever Ella stole, as well as 250 gold coins each, you guys kind of head out, and no one's helping you on the way out. The castle's not empty or anything like that, but aside from the guards and the knights that are, for lack of a better term, following closely, nothing else is going on. You make your way past the courtyard, which you see has been cleared out of the way, almost as if they're hiding the people or hit the people to move the coffin. Make it down the windy path back into the town. You're heading towards the port. Nothing in particular is going on as far as the town is concerned. Everyone's about their day, minding their own business. Everyone does seem a little bit chipper. And you four, because you've had a direct contact, can feel that kind of flowing energy and ambience. And it's not luring you or anything, but it is getting stronger as you get closer to your ship, which comes up at the edge of the dock in all of its beauty, the blue beck. The powerful blue sails resembling that of a sapphire, but catching the glint of the ocean as it stares there in its majesty. You can see some people right outside the dock, some kids that are kind of just talking about it, and they're like, wow, an actual pirate ship. And the other one, that's not a pirate ship, that's a Navy ship. Like, no, it was a Navy ship. It got stolen. Nah, you're joking, man. Come on. Who's going to steal a Navy ship? Pirates like fast ships. No, no, no. The Blueback is fast.
Renera is gonna walk right up behind these kids. Actually, it's a ship of the undead. It goes beneath the waves and slumbers at the bottom of the ocean, waiting for your corpse to fall into it.
They did that very childish thing of like over dramatically freezing and then like listening to what you're saying, and it kind of slowly turned around, and then one of them's like, my daddy says there are no ghosts.
Would you like to come aboard and find out?
No. And he kind of looks at you and just kind of like runs off. The other one's like, so if it's a ghost ship, how do you sail it?
Oh, simple. We're already dead. She boards the ship.
He kind of scowls, that look of like, you looked so alive though. Is everyone dead? How does this work? Like, very much befuddled him.
As follows her.
As Venera is boarding the ship, where the ramp meets like the, I don't know, boat parts. The ramp goes up, and then there's like a break, like in the rail.
Yes.
On the left side, she kisses that rail as she boards the ship and gets on the boat.
All right.
Ella's gonna give her a side eye and then do the exact same thing.
Zavia kisses the spot just like directly next to it because she has cootie issues.
Hey, Allie, your mic is coming in a little quiet.
Probably my own fault. Is that better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zavia kisses the spot right next to it, but like not where their lips touch.
Sean is going to take his walking stick staff thing and sweep the kid's ankle as he's walking by and trip him. And just not even look back, and then board the ship left foot first. And
which kid did you trip? The one that ran off in fear, or the one that was standing there kind of curious?
The one that stayed. The one that stayed.
Okay. He kind of hits the ground. Like, what was that for? But by the time he looks up, you're already like boarding the ship. He's like, I hate pirates. As you all board the ship, that same energy kind of flourishes, and Rin appears, and he looks and he's like, all right, well, looks like you're all set.
Are you sure you don't want to come with?
No. Like, nothing personal, but no.
Well, as our contract states, we'll keep her safe.
Best not to talk about it out in the public, but thank you. To help in case you run into any problems, we've put her into the storage compartment of your ship. There's a rather large coffin down there, should you happen to go look. You probably can't sense much of her energy because I'm standing here, obviously, but after I depart and after it gets out of your system, you'll feel it if you feel drawn to it, don't. Just maybe don't. It never ends well for anyone. But
Such a wise guy.
I mean, you're pirates. You're used to temptation, right?
You call it temptation. I call it calculated risk.
Do better math. If there's anything else you need, now's your chance.
I'm here for the booty.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. But thank you. I'll see you on the other side.
Eyes.
Rin, before you go,
Hmm.
I would assume that, provisions, food, water, all of that's been loaded onto the ship also.
No.
No.
Don't you live on these ships? I'm sure you'll be fine. We can't put anything additional that would make the ship more attractive. No additional ammunition, no barrels of food, no crates of artillery. But the journey isn't far. Well, magical means make the journey not far. It's strange. There's a route. I've left the information for that in, I believe, your captain's quarters. So follow that route, stay on it, and you won't get lost at sea. I'm sure whatever you normally use to travel the water before hitting a port will be fine. You will have to hit a port. It's on the map, so if you need to stock up, you can, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Shall I
appreciate the
take
information.
stock, Captain?
I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. I was talking. I'm sorry.
Shall I
didn't hear
take
you.
stock, Captain?
Yes.
Venera is going to order somebody to take stock.
You got 5 crew members. So your crew members, on a scale of 1 to 5, have they don't have full character sheets, but they do have different effects. So pick a number, or who you're bossing.
3.
All right. Number 3 looks to you and goes, "My lady."
Go ahead and take stock of what we have.
Aye, can do. Immediately goes and starts taking stock of the food, additional provisions, extra blankets, and artillery in numbers. Ring goes, all right. You should hurry. I know a couple ships have already set sail from different ports that we've recruited. Get out there. Get there safe. And he starts to walk off the ship.
Bye, small man.
You can hear him under breath, like, I swear, every green person I meet.
Zavia looks to the captain. So there's special directions?
Well, he said they're in the captain's quarters, so I guess I'll go look for those. As for now, we can hoist up the anchor and let down the sails.
Venera nods and starts shouting out to the crew, batten down the hatches. We're sailing. We're setting sail. Sailing set. Setting sail.
One of those. You can see them kind of start to shuffle around in their respective positions. Well, you're 5.
Zavia calls to her crew members and tells them to pull down the sails.
You're 5 responding kind. Yeah. Anything in particular Ella's doing?
Quick question.
Answer.
So there's us and there's 5 additional members?
Each.
Each.
So
5
19
members.
members on the ship.
Got it.
That cannot be replaced unless you capture, but that person will never work, quote unquote, as effectively as your crew members.
Right. Understood.
Ella is gonna.
Because even numbers suck when making decisions.
Ella's gonna look and kind of walk around the ship a little bit and look at the guns and, well, cannons and all the weaponry
Venera
things.
is going to approach Ella. And she stands and kind of adjusts herself. Gunner.
She's gonna side-eye her and be like, well, what do you want?
We are under direct orders not to open that coffin. Are we understood?
I'm not deaf. I heard him.
But did you understand him?
Yes. That is what I heard him means, yes.
Sharkbait, does Ella understand?
Right, she never does.
Stupid bird, shut up.
Let me make myself transparent. That coffin is opened at any point during this voyage. You will be the first to meet my arrow.
You're just gonna assume that I opened the coffin?
No, I'm putting you in charge.
To protect the coffin.
Consider it a promotion.
Zavia
You
calls
can't
over.
promote me.
Vanera, I can make
Can
you
she promote me?
That's not up to me.
No one's getting promoted. I'll just leave you guys with this before I retire to my quarters. If that coffin gets opened, you'll all lay in it.
Can I lay on top?
And I'll retreat to the captain's quarters and shut the door behind me to go look at the document that was left for us while they
In the
continue.
captain's quarter, there is like your kind of quote-unquote war table, with your map of multiple different continental islands that you guys have had the chance to explore in different ports. On it, there is a gold line, like dashed line, leading to what looks like the middle of the ocean. There is a port that it passes by that you recognize, name to be named when you get there. And yeah, I got time. And
Love that name.
Yeah, yeah. And outside of that, there's nothing else. What you can also determine from it, though, is that specific route in mind has recently had activity of a strong pulling current. So like that area of water is not something most ships have been venturing towards for fear of being pulled far beyond their levels of comfort and all that jazz.
Which direction?
South by southeast. No, I lied.
I'm going
north by northeast. Yes, north by northeast.
Go ahead, Jilly.
Is it later in the day or is it still like midday?
It's past midday at this point.
So going into evening.
Going into evening.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. The ship begins to set sail into the waters, and it's slowly picking up speed. Further, it's getting away from port. And as you're getting away from the ambience and aura of civilization and just back out into the open, that feeling that Renfolker gave has faded away. And there's a moment, almost all at the same time, where everyone's heart skips a beat. And it starts a different Arcadian rhythm. And you're all incredibly aware that there's a coffin pulsating with energy on the ship. Like, whatever you're doing in that moment, it's like, oh, now I'm thinking about this. It's not calling to you, but it's there. almost like an itch in the back of your head, a song you can't get out. Despite her passing, her presence remains known. This is unfortunately affecting the crew. And we're going to roll a d20 because we have a trauma roll from Stone Bear Gaming. Thank you so much for resubscribing. 4 months. Welcome back. So normally we do a trauma roll with the dice here in person, but guess what, bitches? I figured out a better way to do it. It only took me all day. So now when we roll the d20, you can see it right on screen, and eventually you can see it right on screen with sound, but I haven't figured that part out yet. So we're going to roll that d20 right now. Why don't you tell us who it's going to? I don't even know if they're still here. I'm gonna feel real bad if they're not here. Also, this popcorn, fire.
Thank you. I felt like it was too salty. I'm struggling. I need to get more water while we're thinking about it.
If we're not getting an answer from Stone Bear Gaming, I'm gonna roll a d4 to determine who it's going to. 1 to 4 from left to right. I got this dice in my hand. I haven't set up the
3.
d4 yet.
Oh.
What?
Captain first.
That's a 4, so apparently it's going to Venera.
Nice.
Oh no.
Of course.
That's what you
Let me
get.
check in one more time, Stone Bear Gaming.
That's what you get for trying to promote me.
She figures, you know, if anyone's gonna open it.
Nope, I'm assuming that he may have stepped away from the computer or something like that. So we're just gonna roll that dice and let's see what we land on. It went right to you as well, and it's a 16. I was not expecting you to get a high number.
Oh, that was so cool.
Let's see. I'm staring at it, but I'm blind. So let me just scoot into my desk and read appropriately. Oh, that sucks. You are afraid of wood for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, what's this shit made of?
Wood.
What?
Definitely wood. There's a ripple of that energy from the coffin, and while it seems to pass over everyone else, you kind of notice it from there, and in that moment everything feels a little fuzzy. It only lasts for a second. Shortly after, this distinct fear of wood, the splintering, the cracking, kind of just takes over and consumes you. At any moment the ship could break.
Yikes. Alright. Venera is very quickly going to retreat to her quarters with no hesitation, talking to no one.
The quarters are also made of wood.
Yes, I am aware.
Okay.
Yeah, she crawls into her bed and into the fetal position. Wraps a blankie around herself.
Zavia looks at Ella. What just happened?
I told you she was weird in the carriage, did I not?
Well, she's always weird.
Yes. Look at the way she acts. It's not normal.
And we are? Sorry, you
Yes. I am. I don't know about you. You're a weirdo with germs.
Zavia goes to find the captain to figure out what direction to steer this ship in.
Well, the captain's quarter is closed whenever the captain is in it, unless he leaves it open, so you will have to knock.
She knocks on the door.
open the door and just say, oh god, I can't remember. It was south by southeast, wasn't it?
North by northeast.
North by northeast.
North by northeast. Yeah, I'm just gonna poke my head out and just look you dead in your eyes and say, north by northeast, and that's it. Just stand there holding the door.
Thank you. She retreats back away from his door, noticing he's obviously busy. And
I'm just gonna stand there holding the door.
She keeps eye contact with him as she retreats down the hallway. And she goes up to the helm and sets course for north by northeast.
You muted.
Thought it was muted before. That was just more popcorn ASMR. My bad, folks. The ship responds accordingly. The crewmates are handling the jibs and adjusting ropes along the mast to make sure you're catching the best sail possible at top speed. You're out in the open ocean and the sun is setting. It's a very glorious start to a very horrific day. 'Cause it's not midnight yet, it's the same day. But we're gonna have to figure out what happens nighttime next time.
Rude.
Rude.
Can I at least feed my parrot a fucking peanut before we leave?
Meanwhile, hang on a second. I have a picture for this.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, meanwhile it's going with pictures now.
Oh fuck.
That's not good.
There is a knock on the coffin door. A handprint appears on the inside of the translucent stone that they've used to encapsulate her energy. Just above, another hand appears. The skin of this hand is wretched. You can see bones amidst it. And it phases through the stone as if it isn't there, and it interlocks fingers. And that's the end of episode
Ain't no fucking
1.
way. Ain't no fucking way. You're kidding.
He said Halo dead. Halo dead, but Halo not dead. Halo, what? Is that even a Halo? What's going on?
Halo got a boyfriend that we didn't know about? That's some tea.
I am upsetty.
Halo dead. No worries, I promise.
Not okay at all.
Halo dead.
I'm shook. The ship is haunted.
I told you it was a ghost ship.
I told y'all shit was attracted to it. I just didn't tell you what. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling surviving episode 1?
Traumatized.
Jump off the boat.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And there's no wood in the ocean.
That's it.
You'll be
Abandoned
Yeah,
kit.
probably didn't jump in the ocean. That would have been my first thing.
I wanted to, but Veneer has reasons.
I thought you would have climbed on top of the coffin.
That's what I thought.
She's not touching that thing. She fucking hates that thing with a passion.
See, Ella wants to lay on top.
Ella hidden. I hope that picture better explains how I was describing the coffin and the energy kind of leaking out. Except
Yeah.
it's invisible. Like, you know, it can't be seen. But yeah.
Yeah. But that's
A
helpful.
little bit that gives a visual representation of what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like being
Why
surrounded
didn't
by
they
fireflies.
They should have just doubled up on the stone.
Because Xavier wasn't paying attention to half the shit he said. She was staring at his staff for half of it.
That's
I
crazy.
know, it's in the staff.
Episode 2 will be in 7 days. If it's sooner, we'll let you know via the Discord, so be sure to join and follow us on the Discord. so you can get all the pings in the Roll for Trauma Discord. I've said Discord enough times, so I'm gonna move on from that. We do simulcast on YouTube, so if you missed it tonight, watch it on YouTube, or watch it on Twitch for at least the next 2 weeks. But yep, this has been a lot of fun. We have a lot more to show you guys. I'm just not showing you yet. I'll give you a super sneak peek. There's like this thing going on, but don't worry about it. You know, we'll figure out what that means later on. In the meantime, from right to left, please tell the people who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
Hello, I am Violet. I play Vanera Vice, and you can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored, or here on literally all the streams for Roll for Drama.
Hi, I'm Allie, and I play Zavia Wix. You can find me here on Twitch at Lava Monster, or here on Roll for Trauma occasionally.
I'm Jilly. I play Ella Stubbs. You can find me on Discord in the Roll for Trauma server as Jilly for Trauma.
And I'm Scarecrow. I play Sean Shackles, and you can find me right here on Roll for Trauma.
And I'm Eddie. You can find me here, Roll for Trauma, of course. Also, Mystery_Online if you want to see me play games very boringly. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited that you're a part of this one, because Lord knows it's only going to get crazy from here.
Don't say that.
That's about it in a nutshell. Say bye, pirates.
Ready?
Bye, pirates.
Bye, pirates.
Bye, pirates.
They're gonna sink it. They're gonna get it, but not yet. It's too soon. Bye.